hey, it's wonderful to have you right here. Whether you're relaxing on your sofa, sitting in your car, or multitasking while sipping coffee, you are exactly where you're meant to be, because today we're exploring a topic every woman has wondered about at some point, but might have felt there wasn't the right space to voice it. That moment when a man stands just a bit closer than usual, when his hand brushes against yours, or when he keeps finding subtle ways to touch you during a conversation. You feel that spark, that tension, that unspoken pull. Yet your mind is still asking, is he merely being friendly, or is he genuinely interested? That's what I'm here to help you decode. Because here's the real deal: when a man is truly attracted to you, even before he utters a single word, his body is already speaking volumes. You'll notice it in his eyes, in his mannerisms, but most distinctly in the way he reaches out to touch you. But listen, not every touch conveys the same message. Some are polite, others are casual, but certain touches occur only when a man feels a real emotional pull towards someone. These are the subtle, intimate, emotionally rich gestures that whisper, "I'm into you," even if he hasn't spoken it aloud yet. If you're wary of guessing where you stand, if you're prepared to understand male behavior on a deeper emotional level, and if you're intrigued by how men convey physical attraction with emotional substance, this is for you. I'm about to walk you through the specific places a man might touch you when he's genuinely drawn to you. By the end, you'll be more adept at recognizing these signs, trusting your instincts, and feeling confident interpreting that silent language of desire. Let's get into it. When a man is truly captivated on that deep, involuntary level, certain actions bypass small talk entirely and communicate directly through touch. One of the most significant, yet often overlooked signals is when he touches your lower back. That movement isn't mindless, even if it appears casual. It carries intent. The lower back is emotionally charged, especially early in a connection. Why? Because it's personal. It's not like a quick handshake or a friendly pat on the shoulder. Touching that area is intimate. It takes emotional intent and some confidence to reach there. It's not a gesture you randomly offer someone you feel neutral about. It arises when you're physically and emotionally drawn to someone, often without conscious awareness. You'll often observe it in scenarios that feel ordinary, yet hold deeper implications. Guiding you through a busy corridor with a hand softly resting on your back, not to control, but to feel closeness, escorting you through a doorway and letting his hand linger a heartbeat longer than necessary. He could easily gesture or verbally direct you ahead, yet he chooses touch. That choice speaks volumes. It says that being close feels good to him, that the connection matters. That gentle resting of his hand whispers the message, I want to be near you. I feel that unspoken chemistry. A man who's merely polite won't typically deliver that kind of touch. He might be kind, compliment you, or assist with small tasks, but placing his hand on your lower back doesn't happen without genuine attraction. It's a clear, potent signal if you're attuned to it. Emotionally aware, emotionally available men often show their feelings through small, meaningful gestures well before they verbalize anything. Those touches activate a bodily reaction even before your mind labels it. Next time a man's hand gently and confidently curves along your lower back, don't disregard it. Notice how it makes you feel. Your body registers it before your mind catches up. That slight gesture may be his unspoken way of saying, I want closeness. I want connection. In a world where many avoid vulnerability, that kind of quiet closeness is meaningful. Sometimes it's not the grand gestures, but the way he softly rests his hand there, conveying belonging beside him, hoping you'll linger. Another gesture that often slips under the radar because it seems modest. But when you read between the lines, it carries much weight, is how he touches your arm or shoulder. At first glance, it may appear casual. A friendly tap, a brush while talking. But if it happens deliberately and frequently, it's not random. Men are frequently taught to moderate displays of physical affection, especially early on. So when a guy is drawn to you but still gauging the comfort level, he'll seek socially acceptable spots for touch like the arm or shoulder. Those areas are easy, harmless, but meaningful. When he touches your arm, as he laughs at your joke, or lightly rests his hand on your shoulder while leading you somewhere, he's closing emotional distance. He's silently saying, I want to be near you. And if it happens repeatedly, intentionally, that makes it far more than courteous behavior. It's a sign of attraction. Though he might not be speaking the words yet, his actions are saying plenty. Moreover, over time, if he grows comfortable and feels safe with you, those small touches may evolve. A quick tap on the arm lingers into a brief caress. A playful nudge deepens into a tender touch. It's subtle. It's deliberate. You can sense the shift. And if you find yourself thinking, but maybe he just touches everyone this way, ask, does he do it only with you or with others too? If it's mainly with you, during moments of intimacy or deep conversation, that's telling chemistry. Don't let that kind of physical closeness pass unnoticed. When a man is intrigued but cautious, he often starts with touches like these: light, consistent, meaningful. Now consider how meaningful it can be when he chooses to touch your hands. That might seem ordinary, but bear this in mind: hands are how we engage with the world. They're deeply personal. When a man touches your hands intentionally, whether to help you out, to hold your hand while walking, or to connect during a joke, it's often more filled with emotion than it appears. Touching your back or arm may serve functional reasons, but your hands, that's a choice. And when he lingers, when his fingers intertwine with yours, when he playfully strokes or lightly squeezes. He's conveying affection, vulnerability. Reaching for your hand is an invitation. He doesn't have to do it, yet he does. He's saying, this feels good. This feels right. And if there's a hand kiss, that's elevated. That's not mere playfulness. It's admiration, respect. Not every man does it. But when it happens naturally, it's deeply moving. Even in lighthearted moments, dancing, joking, guiding. Choosing that touch means something. It's mutual, grounding, intimate. It builds trust. It makes the world seem smaller and more private, just the two of you. So next time he holds your hand, maybe during a stroll or a quiet pause, or even to twirl you lightly, it may carry more than you realize. Sometimes the most sincere signs of attraction are felt, not spoken. Finally, observe how he touches your face or plays with your hair. These aren't casual gestures. The face is profoundly personal, where emotions show most clearly. When a man tenderly brushes something off your cheek, tucks hair behind your ear, or cups your jaw during a kiss, it's emotional openness. He's coming closer without saying a word by communicating, I see you. I want to be near you. I welcome the intimacy. If he reaches for your face or hair, that's more than romance. It's vulnerability. It's presence. In those moments, he's silently declaring connection, interest, admiration, care. Those tender touches, small gestures, speak volumes where words fall short, not just physically, but emotionally too. This type of touch doesn't happen unless something sincere is happening beneath the surface. It's important to understand that a man typically doesn't reach for a woman's face unless he's feeling something deeper. It's not like placing a hand on your back or brushing your arm mid-conversation. Those actions can be playful or even flirty, but touching the face, different. That's soft. That's different. That's personal. It calls for both trust and a sense of emotional vulnerability. It usually signals that he's experiencing something more significant, something that goes beyond the surface. Then there's the way he engages with your hair. Hair is interesting because it straddles the line between being deeply sensual and deeply comforting. It's such an intimate part of your body, though people don't always treat it with that awareness. So when a man runs his fingers gently through your hair, touches it lightly as you speak, or tucks a loose strand behind your ear just to catch a better glimpse of your face, he's expressing affection and attraction in a quiet but meaningful way. He's not just interacting, he's connecting. He's choosing to engage with something soft and personal, not out of necessity, but out of desire, and that choice holds weight. You might notice this type of touch during peaceful moments. Perhaps you're sitting close, laughing about something silly, and he starts to gently run his fingers through your hair or softly places his hand on your cheek while you're mid-sentence. That's not someone trying to impress or seduce. That's someone being fully present. It's not performance. It's emotional nearness. Or it could happen when you're speaking about something serious, something that matters to you. He's watching you, taking you in, and without thinking, his hand reaches out to touch your face just to be more connected. Those are the moments that stay with you, not because they're dramatic, but because they're real. And here's the beautiful truth. Those kinds of touches aren't about control or ownership. They're rooted in admiration. When a man deeply desires you, when he feels both physical pull and emotional interest, he doesn't strategize his actions. His hand simply drifts to your cheek as you laugh. He gets caught up in your hair, not because it's a tactic, but because it's part of what draws him in. That's not just interest, it's connection. So when a man reaches for your face or your hair this way, allow yourself to take it in. These are the touches that say what words can't. They whisper, I'm completely taken by you. And when a man feels that way, he doesn't have to say it aloud. You'll sense it in the way his touch lingers, in how tender his fingers feel against your skin, in how time seems to pause in those seconds. That's not just attraction, it's emotional gravity. Now, shift your focus to one of the more revealing yet often misunderstood kinds of touch, his hand on your thigh or knee. At first glance, this can seem bold, maybe even too forward. But when it's done with thoughtfulness and genuine intent, it speaks volumes about what he feels inside. When a man places his hand gently on your thigh or rests it on your knee during a quiet exchange, it's not an accident. It's a conscious move, guided not only by physical desire, but by emotional resonance. It's usually a gesture that shows up when the atmosphere is already charged with connection. Maybe you're side by side on a couch, lost in a meaningful conversation, or sharing an intimate laugh. He's not touching you to make a point or for show. He's doing it because it allows him to be closer to you. And choosing to rest his hand there instead of somewhere more public, like your shoulder or back, signals something more personal. This isn't about dominance or taking control. It's about closing the distance, physically and emotionally. A man who genuinely wants you doesn't use this kind of touch as a tactic. He does it because he wants to feel you close, to show that he's here, that he's present with you in that shared space. What gives this kind of touch power is how unassuming it often is. There's no grand setup, no exaggerated effort. It's just there in the moment, unfolding naturally. That's what makes it real. He might place his hand there while you laugh together or leave it there gently while listening to your story, not to rush or pressure, but to just be. And in that stillness, without any spoken words, something honest gets communicated. It's his way of saying, I feel safe with you, and I want you to feel safe with me too. Of course, timing matters. This kind of touch requires trust. It has to be earned. A respectful man doesn't force this. He reads your comfort and lets the moment guide him. And when he gets it right, it doesn't feel strange or sudden. It feels like the next natural step in whatever connection you're both building. You'll sense the difference instantly, whether it comes from genuine care or just curiosity. Your body will respond. Your intuition will know. Because this kind of touch isn't about possession. It's about offering a space of warmth. He's not saying, "You're mine." He's saying, "You matter to me." Even though it may come quietly, it lands with emotional weight, especially when it's paired with soft eye contact, a warm smile, or one of those conversations that makes your heart skip. So take notice. When done with real care and attention, the way he touches your thigh or knee might be showing you his heart. It's not just about physical access, it's an invitation into a space that feels emotionally open. Because when the bond is real, even the simp touch becomes layered with meaning. It says, "I see you. I feel you. I want to share this closeness with you." Another place where touch speaks volumes is your lower back. This kind of gesture is quiet, barely noticeable at times, yet so rich in meaning. It's not flashy, it's not dramatic. But when a man gently places his hand there, perhaps as he guides you through a door, walks beside you in a crowd, or leans in during an intimate conversation, he's sending a subtle message. He's saying, "I like being close to you. I want you to feel supported." That touch isn't about commanding attention. It's about creating closeness without saying a word. That area of your body sits right in that delicate space between public and private, between platonic and romantic. It's not overtly sexual, but it's far from casual. When a man touches your lower back with intention, he's acknowledging something unspoken between you two. And here's the thing, it takes a certain kind of confidence and maturity to offer that touch in a way that feels warm and grounded instead of invasive. He's not trying to cross a line. He's trying to say, "I care about you," using his presence instead of his words. And let's be honest. When a man you're attracted to touches your lower back with that kind of softness, it sends waves through you. He doesn't need to hold his hand there long. The intention is enough. That kind of gesture stays with you. Not because it was bold, but because it felt deeply personal. It's like a silent assurance, a kind of emotional attentiveness that says more than any compliment could. It's as if he's expressing his desire to protect you, to guide gently without taking away your autonomy. That's real emotional awareness. So next time his hand finds its way to your lower back, just for a second, don't overlook it. That brief connection could be speaking volumes. It could be telling you that he's not just physically interested, but emotionally tuned in. When it comes from a place of calm connection, that touch becomes unforgettable. In the end, how a man reaches out to touch you. Whether it's your face, your hand, your knee, your thigh, or your lower back, reveals so much about what's going on inside his heart. These aren't just surface level gestures. They're expressions of value, of care, of interest that goes beyond appearance. They tell you you're seen, that you're appreciated, that something genuine is unfolding. But always remember, true attraction is never just about the body. It's about emotion. It's about wanting to connect not only through touch, but through presence. These touches give you a glimpse into what he's feeling, into his hope that you'll open your heart in return. It's how he says, I want to know you. I want to be close in a way that matters. So the next time you catch yourself in one of those moments, when his hand brushes yours, when he tucks your hair behind your ear, when he rests his palm on your back, pause and feel it. Because it's more than physical, it's emotional. And in that space between the spoken and the unspoken, something beautiful might be blooming.